Great Debaters Contest is powered by Blaze, by Safaricom, the Youth Network.
Welcome to the Great Debaters Contest, NJIIRI edition. We're all about the Sustainable Development Goals, #GDC for SDGs. I am your host, Mariam Bishar.
And I am Austin Yumbok. The motion today centers on gender, and it's women are the key to Africa's economic development sustainability. KAGUMO High School versus NJIIRI's. Mariam, what do you think?
Epic rivalry here, we'll see. Proposer number 1, you have 3 minutes.
Won't you allow me to introduce you to my acquaintance, Samson Karaoke from KAGUMO High School? The subject matter this moment, women are the key to economic development sustainability in Africa. Now, the issue here, actually, is not to say that a man is better than a woman or that a woman is better than a man. Get me right, please. And therefore, what is an economy? An economy is a relationship between the trade, production, and supply of money within a country. Development is the progressive growth of a certain thing from one position to the next. We are at point A, we move to B, we move to C, we move to D. We're making progress. Development. Sustainability is the retainance of a certain condition for a given period of time, that we are able to sustain the development that we have in Africa. Now, my opponents will come and try to boost my ego and tell me that I am a man, so what am I doing here? But someone said that give credit where credit is due. So if the women are doing better, then why not give them the credit? The Standard publication, Sunday, May 14th, 2017, women have proved to be better family managers than men all across Africa. And why is it so? Or rather, how do I know this? Am I lying to you? If you look at the households we have in Africa, 25% of these households are headed by women. And if you compare them by the majority that are led by men, you are seen to be doing much better because poverty is being alleviated in the women-led families more as compared to the men-led families. Because when the man has the money, he tends to misuse it. But the woman has the money, she invests it. In fact, www.africaintel.org, women invest 90% of their income into running their households. We've all learned that the family is the basic unit of social organization in Africa. So if that is happening in the family, then it is translated all across the board. We have many funds that women are getting, for instance, in our country. The Kenya Women Finance Trust, the FAIDA loan account. They get loans from such places. For example, if my mom was single, she will get a loan from there, come up with a small, humble business, come up with a salon or something of the sort, and that kind of money, she'll be able to cater for her children. So when they develop these businesses, and the businesses pay tax to the government, then it follows that the economy of Kenya will grow thanks to women. Let's look at the men. Taking illicit brew, lying somewhere along the tunnels, busy talking around, hanging around shopping centers. They are not buying, they are not selling, they are doing nothing. As opposed to the women who are doing a lot to raise our economy. Women in the person of Wangare Maathai. Who doesn't know that? Environmental conservation, you will notice that in Africa, we have to admit that forestry is a backbone and a foundation for our economy. So with forestry, there is rain, thanks to what the Green Belt movement has done. And therefore, it is more than evident that women are the key to economic progress in Africa. Shall I end there?
May we have the first opposer take the stage?
To begin with, a question to our fellow proposers. Who makes these illicit brews? Seated back there, I was in a trance. I was actually thinking, do you guys have a vision? In every revolution, there is a vision. We carry our vision in our hearts. And that vision will guide us, it will guide us through the days of our revolution and of oblivion. I have a vision. My vision is that one day I'll wake up and find Africa's economic development sustainable. My name is Marvin Maathai, NJIIRI School. And today, I stand here listening to the suggestion that women are the key. They are the solution to Africa's economic development. What are men supposed to be? Economic development. Economic development are the efforts. They are the work done that seek to improve the economic well-being and the quality of life for a community or a society by creating or retaining the jobs and supporting growing income and tax bases. Women. Who are women? Women are the factor or the so-called key that is brought to us about by the X chromosome, by the joining of the X chromosomes. Sustainability. It means meeting our own needs without compromising the ability of the future, the incoming generations, to meet their own needs. It is the idea that systems need to be generative and produce and be balanced in order to not only last, but to also improve continuously, thereby improving the living standards. We have the Kenyan Constitution, the Bill of Rights, Chapter 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, Part 2, 1, 2, Article 27. I'm not going to count that. Women and men have the right to equal treatment, including the right to equal opportunities in political, cultural, and social spheres. What does this imply? Women and men have both equal opportunities. So if women are the key, what are men supposed to be? It's actually worrying. It's actually worrying. Are the women really the key to Africa's economic development? Will empowering our women be able to sustain our economic development? You really think so? How about, I want to drive the point home. Actually, I forgot my license. So how about I walk you through it? With all the embezzlement of funds, with all the inefficient leaders, with all the nepotism, with all the tribalism, with all of the corruption that is all around us, we need to get to the core of the unsustainability of the African's development. Only then will Africa's economic development be sustained. Thank you.
We'll hear rebuttals now. Proposition, you have 3 minutes.
Women are the key to Africa's economic development. Key. This is a key. What does a key do? Think about it. First of all, not all of us are biology students. So once you mention X chromosomes, to some of us, it's like you're speaking in tongues because you are not getting it. Secondly, you asked me, how dare you ask me why women make illicit brews? Come on, men want to be drunk. Men have nothing to do. In fact, they even say in Kiswahili, there is a popular Kiswahili saying that says, mtoto akililia wembe, mpe basi. So if the men want to be drunk, I don't see why a woman who wants to sustain her family cannot indulge into illicit brews. In fact, on to my first point. The reason why women are the key to economic development. According to a research carried out on courtesy of the World Bank, the inequality brought about by men towards women lowers the GDP growth of African countries by 0.8%. In fact, if this 0.8% of inequality was done about, Africa's economy would do a double in the next 30 years. Seriously. These women do not have equal chances. They are not given the chance to show themselves that they are the real people to save this continent called Africa. Second point. Women are much involved in most of the government or the sectors of the governments of Africa. One example is agriculture. Agriculture, according to Providence Magazine 2016 edition, accounts for 32% of Africa's GDP. And it also makes up of 65% of employment for Africans. But women add up to 80% for agriculture. They are involved 80% in the agriculture sector of African countries. Why? 70% of women are involved in crop organization. In animal husbandry, 50% are women. And in the marketing of agricultural goods, 80% are women. Despite all this, women own less than 1% of African landmass. So these women are being used to produce money, and you're not seeing it. And these men, although I hate saying this because I'm a man, I am swallowing my pride, but you have got to face facts. These men claim to be the ones carrying Africa's economy, yet there is a woman working 15 to 18 hours a day on a shamba that she does not even own, just to ensure that Africa's economy is stable. And again, I have a key. And what does a key do?
Opposition will hear your rebuttal. You have 3 minutes.
I have 3 minutes to try and change your mind. I have 180 seconds to try, according to what you expect me to do, to try and tell you that men are actually better, or they sustain the economy better than women do. But is that really what I'm going to do? Is that really what I think? Is that what you think? Owen Kibe, NJIIRI School, strongly opposing this motion that women are the key to Africa's economic development and sustainability. So wait, let me get this straight, okay? If we empower and educate every single woman, like they're asking for empowerment, if we empower and educate every single illiterate and an empowered woman, we will get 100% positive results. Wait, if we educate them and empower them as much as you want us to, they won't make the same mistakes men did. We don't have women taking alcohol. Why are we only talking about illicit brews? Women are perfect. Is there any perfect human being? Aren't women being empowered right now? Yesterday when I was doing my research, I was trying to balance this motion, and according to the results I found, every single website, every single book, every single newspaper told me that women are this, women are that, women do this, women do that, women. Wait, there's a point there. Nope, women, still women. So it's gender bias if I say anything against a woman, but it's not if they say that we are the problem to Africa's economic development sustainability. Do we know what gender bias means? Do we know what gender inequality means? You want to tell me that the problems men are causing in our economy, women aren't? Are we going to be clouded by and overwhelmed by these feminist policies that we're going to forget about the boy child? I'm not here to talk about the boy child, but the Constitution of Kenya. Chapter 7, Part 1, Article 81 clearly stipulates that not more than 2/3 of elected public posts will belong to the same gender. So we have women in parliament. If we have women in parliament, what are they doing? Why are we having this motion then? According to the research carried out by Abdi Khalif, he works with Quartz Africa, the research agency, there is a 52.8% involvement of women in Zimbabwe's economy. In Egypt, it's 23.6%. I don't need any more illustrations to help you compare between the economy of Zimbabwe and Egypt, you know. But according to this motion, it's saying that men are the problem, that we are the only problem, that every single thing that is cost to our economic development sustainability is because of men. So now, if women are the key, what are men now? The lock. I had someone say that. Are we now the lock? We cuffed the economic development like this, now it can't move. Men aren't the problem. Embezzlement of funds is. Misallocation of our scarce resources is. Misuse of these same scarce resources is. Bad governance. Tell you the truth, both men and women contribute. Let me say what Miguna said on Jeff Koinange Live. Miguna was in my school, by the way. Let me deconstruct this motion. Both women and men are the key to Africa's economic development, sustainability, because both parties caused it. I rest my case.
So the proposers have been asked, they talked about a lot of men being idle and not have anything to do. They were asked if it is not women that influence those decisions. And the opposition have been asked that although we do not know what would happen if we were to educate all girls, how far has educating men gotten us? So we'll have them respond to those queries. Proposer number 3, you have 3 minutes.
Women are the key. Need I tell you why? Women are the key. You dare oppose? Thank you, lady from Pioneer. You have talked about where has educating men taken us. Educating men has done little. I'm sorry to say, I am a man. According to statistics from Reuters, that is from Thomson, it is stated that women work 50% longer than men. Therefore, men are idle. They don't have anything to do. Hence, they are languishing in poverty. Poverty is killing us. The boy talked about illicit brews. Illicit brews. Why are they going for illicit brews? Because they have nothing to do. Again, why is the woman going for illicit brews? Because we do not have a flat platform. We are not on the same level. That is, we women and the men. Therefore, the woman has decided to engage in the KAGUMO economy so that she can provide for her family. The little thing, like selling the illicit brew, so that she can get to put food on the table. Women take up the biggest chunk in the informal sector. That is, again, the KAGUMO economy. Bees are small. Ants are small. Termites are small. Small is their effort, but huge their impact. Again, Mama Pima is small. Mama Mboga is small. Small is their effort, but huge is their impact. The small things. Success is the sum total of small efforts put in, day out. Finally, women are better workers. It is said, according to a research from Google, that companies that have employed women in their senior positions enjoy more profit and are more productive. Contrary to belief, there is a certain paraphernalia and belief that women cannot do it. I dare refuse. Really? No. Women can do it. Women can do it. Do you deny? Women can do it. Can't women do it? Women can do it. Women are the key. Need I tell you why?
Opposition, you have 3 minutes to respond.
This motion gets me rather emotional. You know why? Because it reminds me of my friend, Kate. Kate was just the type of person who knew how to put a smile on everyone's face. Kate was that person who you could not resist but laugh when she was with you. But then Kate had meningitis. But that was not the problem. The problem was the doctors. The doctors kept on giving her the wrong medication. They kept on giving her the wrong medicines to her illness. Until one day, in the end, she succumbed to meningitis. My name is Jeff Murishu, here to greatly oppose the motion that women are the key to Africa's economic development sustainability. Now, you see, we have to acknowledge that in Africa, we have a problem. And this problem is that we cannot sustain our economic development. And now saying that women are going to be, well, our divine intervention, our big break, our oasis in the desert, is like the wrong medication that was given to Kate. And look where that got Kate. Look where wrong medication got Kate. Saying women are going to be their solution is a wrong medication to our problems. Now, to answer the question that Christine from Pioneer asked, well, according to a research carried out by UNESCO, it is going to take 60 years to educate all the women in Africa to the same level as the men. Now, I am going to answer your question with a question. Are we to wait for 60 years for us to get our economic development sustainability, or do we work with what we have? Do we work with what we have, or do we wait for 60 years? Do we leave everything at a standstill and wait for all women to get educated? No, I don't think so. Now, saying that women are the solution is nothing short of a lie. Well, it is true, women have been looked down upon, women have been trampled on, women have been on the short end of the stick for years on end. But it's a sad story, right? Sad story, super sad story. But are we to let sympathy cloud our judgment? Are we to let sympathy cover our eyes? Are we to let sympathy bar us from the truth? I do not think so. Now, the problem in Africa isn't really that we have not empowered our women. How can we say that, well, when we empower all women, we have all solutions, and we still suffer from problems like tribalism, corruption, which is mainly very rampant in Kenya, Issues like embezzlement of funds, misappropriation of public resources, which, as I have said before, are very scarce. Now, picture this, a world of equality. Thank you.
Okay, closing submissions now. KAGUMO, you have 1 minute.
32.7%, the workforce in Africa that is occupied by the female gender. 70%, the contribution of women to the economy of Africa. So you can see there are so little women working according to statistics, but then they contribute such a huge amount to the economy of Africa. www.africanintel.org is the key to confirm what I just said. And therefore, I am not supporting women out of pity, I beg to correct you, but I am bringing facts, figures, and statistics to support what exactly I am trying to mean. Allow me to reintroduce my friends to you, John Wangiha and Jeff Ian. They've been a great help. They are friends of mine, and I do not mind doing that for all of us. Now, the idea here is not to cast men or women in bad light, but we are simply trying to look at the economy, and we have shown you that women are doing a lot, not because I am sympathetic, because if anything, I am a man myself, but because facts prove it to be right. And therefore, if what I am telling you is a lie, if these statistics are a lie, if you can prove to me with facts and statistics that I am telling a lie, then truth isn't truth anymore. Women are the key to economic development, sustainability in Africa. Thank you.
Opposition will hear your closing statement. You have 1 minute.
I have myopia. Guys who don't do biology or physics, I'll define that for you. Okay, big guy? Myopia in layman's language is short-sightedness, and I have this correction. My glasses, my spectacles, when I wear them, I can see clearer than most of you can. Now, I am the correction. I am the solution. I am the one who's trying to help you see. You, my lovely audience and judges, are trying to see the truth. And something is blurring your vision. But, with all those facts, thank you for your facts. I really appreciate them, and the research you must have done like so much to come up with all that. But haven't women been empowered already? We have empowered these women. We have educated these women. I am the very last speaker of this very specific debate on this very stage. So I'll leave that for you to think. Because, wait, why did the chicken cross the road? To come to our side, the opposers. If the chicken made that, then you guys can do that and come to our side. Thank you.
Samson, to me, the only word that can describe you now is excellent. Thank you so much, because I think you understand the role of a first speaker. The closing as well was powerful. And I think it's because of the experience you've had over the years debating. This is not your first or second time doing this. That was perfect. John, good to see you again as well. Very experienced debater. Very good cross-examination, excellent submissions, powerful start, and even the powerful ending as well. Jeff, I think this is my first time seeing you on stage. You also played a good role as a third speaker. I must say that. However, it was very evident that there were some times you had some bumpy rides across. NJIIRI is cool. Amazing team as well. I was very proud of you. Marvin, when you started off, it was a very good cross attack to the other team, and that was powerful, asking who makes this bruise. That was a good start. However, I noticed you also had a hard time moving on as well, but you still did well. Owen, very good cross-examination and submissions as well. Very good speaker. Jeff, I think you stood out for me as well, because there was an emotional way of starting off your submissions with that story of that lady. You know, when sometimes the team on the other side is very strong, you want to engage your emotions. That was very good and creative of you, so that was very good as well. You just need to ensure that you keep the pace all the way to the end. So congratulations to both of you. Let's wait for the results.
NJIIRI, you had the share of the moment. You did very, very good. You are strong speakers. Kibe, I admire you among all the debaters up there, the 6. There's a way, you have a very powerful way of persuasion. I liked that, and you took me with you. Jeff, you're very good. All the best to all of you.
Congratulations to the two teams. NJIIRI School, you are strong, you are mighty. KAGUMO, you are strong, you are mighty. I have said I don't want to say much, but I can't help noticing that the two Jeffs, one from KAGUMO and the other one from NJIIRI, you both made use of very nice analogies. Jeff of KAGUMO, you talked about the bee and the ant, which was good, and the one from NJIIRI about a kit, which again I think was good. Lastly, to Samson, you're good.
NJIIRI School versus KAGUMO High. The judges awarded NJIIRI School with 70%. Please give them a round of applause. KAGUMO High School, the judges saw it fit to award you 74%. You're a winner for the debate.
Thank you. Congratulations, of course, to KAGUMO High School and to NJIIRI's High School as well for a wonderful debate from both teams. Thank you for watching. Remember, our hashtag is GDC for SDGs on Twitter. I am Mariam Bishar.
And I am Austin Yumbok. Catch you next time.
The Great Debaters Contest is powered by Blaze, by Safaricom, the Youth Network.